एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी। दुर्योधन घर मेवा त्यागे, दुर्योधन घर मेवा त्यागे, सागर भी दूर कहाई, ओ सागर भी दूर कहाई, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी। झूठे फल सेवरी के घर खाए रामा, झूठे फल सेवरी के घर खाए रामा, सब विधि प्रेम लगाई, ओ सब विधि प्रेम लगाई, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी। प्रेम के बस अर्जुन रथ हाके, प्रेम के बस अर्जुन रथ हाके, भूल गए ठकुराई, ओ भूल गए ठकुराई, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी। ऐसे प्रेम लगे वृंदावन में हो, ऐसे प्रेम लगे वृंदावन में हो, गोपीन संग नाचन चाय, गोपीन संग नाचन चाय, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी। चंद्र सखी भजु बाल कृष्ण छवि, चंद्र सखी भजु बाल कृष्ण छवि, कहाँ लगे कर अबराई, ओ कहाँ लगे कर अबराई, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी, कन्हैया तेरो चरण कमल बलिहारी। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाग डाले है, शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाग डाले है, शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाग डाले है। सब कोई चढ़े हाथी और घोड़ा, सब कोई चढ़े हाथी और घोड़ा। शिव शंकर जी है बैल वाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। सब कोई खाए लड्डू और पेड़ा, सब कोई खाए लड्डू और पेड़ा। शिव शंकर जी है भांग वाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। सब कोई पहने तुलसी माला, सब कोई पहने तुलसी माला। शिव शंकर जी मुंडमाला वाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। सब कोई ओढ़े साला दुसाला, सब कोई ओढ़े साला दुसाला। शिव शंकर जी मृगशाला वाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं। शिव शंकर जी है भोले भाले, जटा के बाल खाली, गले में नाक डाले हैं।
Polo Shri Ganesh and Bhagavan ki jai. All will stand as we join together and sing in the arti. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Prabhu Jai Ganapati Deva. Vegana Vinashana Swami. Vegana Vinashana Swami. Sukha Sambhati Deva. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Parvati Putra Kahavo. Shankar Sutta Swami. Prabhu Shankar Sutta Swami. Gajananda Gananayak. Gajananda Gananayak. Bhaktanayanugami. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Siddhi Siddhi ke Malik. Moshak Yasvari. Prabhu Moshak Yasvari. Kar jori vinati kare. Kar jori vinati kare. Ananda Yusabhari. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Prathama aapko pujat. शुभ मंगल दाता प्रभु शुभ मंगल दाता सिद्धि हो ये सब कारज सिद्धि हो ये सब कारज दरिद्र हत जाता ओम जय गणपति देवा सुंदर सुंदर ला मंडला मस्तक पर चंदा
प्रभु मस्तक पर चंदा
कारज सिद्ध करावो
कारज सिद्ध करावो
कातो सब पंदा ओम जय
गणपति देवा
गणपति जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे
प्रभु जो कोई नर गावे
दादु कह भावती
दारुक भावती
निश दिन सुख पावे ओम जय
गणपति देवा
जय गणपति देवा प्रभु जय गणपति देवा विघ्न विनाशन स्वामी
विघ्न विनाशन स्वामी
सुख संपत्ति देवा ओम जय गणपति देवा ओम
जय गणपति देवा
ओम जय गणपति देवा ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय, जगत जननी श्री दुर्गा माता की जय, बोलो सनातन धर्म की जय। Devotees, you may kindly take your seats. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। Devotees, once again we all gathered here tonight to worship the Supreme Brahman in the form of Shri Ganesh. Before I commence reciting the Katha, we'd ask each and everyone to try to picture that beautiful form of Lord Ganesh in your minds as we chant these verses which are dedicated to his worship. Om Asumukashtai Kadantashta Kapilo Gajakarnaka Lambodara Bikato Bigananasho Binayaka Dumraketor Ganajaksho Bhalachando Gajanana Dwadashaitani Namani Yapate Tranno Yadapi Vidyarambe Vivahe Cha Praveshe Niragame Tatha Sangrami Sankate Chaiva Viganastasya Najayate Shuklam Varadaram Devam Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasanavadanam Jayit Sarva Vigno Pashantaye Abhipsitartha Siddhyartha Pujito Yasura Surai Sarva Viganaras Tasmai Ganadhipataye Nama Shivatanai Varishtama Sarva Kalyana Mudati Parashu Kamalahastamma Shobitam Modakinaha Arun Kosamamala Vyalaya Gyopavitam Mama Hridai Nivasam Shri Ganesham Namami Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Mama Prabha Aviganam Kurumedeva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Viganeshwarai Varadai Surapriyaya Lambodarai Sakalai Jagadvitai Nagananai Shruti Yagya Vibhushitaya Gauri Sutai Gananat Namo Namaste भक्तार्तिनाशन परयाय गणेश्वराय सर्वेश्वराय शुभदाय सुरेश्वराय वेद्याधराय विकटाय च वामनाय भक्ता प्रसन्न वरदाय नमो नमस्ते। नमस्ते ब्रह्मरूपाय विष्णुरूपाय ते नमः। नमस्ते रुद्ररूपाय करिरूपाय ते नमः। विश्वरूप स्वरूपाय नमस्ते ब्रह्मचारिणे। भक्तप्रियाय देवाय नमस्तुभ्यं विनायका। लंबोदर नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदका प्रिया। अनिर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। आवाहनं न जानामि तवार्चनं। पूजं चैव न जानामि क्षमस्वेति गणेश्वरा। बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। Those who were present last night would recall we stopped where Lord Ganesh was explaining about the structure of the human body, how it comes into being, how it modifies itself, how it goes through all the different changes. And when the individual acquires knowledge of the divine, only then he separates himself from the cycle of birth and death, or he separates himself from the body, realizing that he's part of the eternal. Before we begin tonight, let us join together in the chanting of the Ganesh Stotram. Yato nanta shaktera nanta shajiva yato nirgunada prameyad gunasti yato bhati sarva trida veda binnam sadatam ganesham namamo bhajama yata shvavira se jagat sarva vetus tatatam sano vishwagopta tatendra dayo दैत्य सन्नगा मनुष्या सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यतो वह्नि भानो वपुर्भुजलन्न च यतः सागरश्चन्द्रमा व्योमा वायु यतः स्थावरा जङ्गमा वृक्षसङ्ग्रा सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यतो दानवा किङ्नरायक्षसन्नग्रा यतश्चारण वारण श्वापदष्ट यत पक्षिकीता यतो वीरगष्टा सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यतो बोधिरा ज्ञाननाशो मोक्षो यतै सम्पदो भक्तसन्तोषकस्यु यतो विघ्ननाशो यतः कार्यसिद्धि सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यत यत्र पुत्रसम्पद्यो वाञ्छितार्थो यतो भक्तिवेद्या तथानेकरूपा यत शोकमोहो यत काम एव सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यतो नन्दशक्ति रसेशो बभूव धराधारणि नेकरूपो च शता यतो नेकदा स्वर्गलोकहीनना सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यतो वेदाचो विकुण्ठता मनोभि सदा नेतिने तिथितायं गृह्णन्ति परब्रह्मरूपं चिदानन्दभूतं सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा यतो नन्दशक्तिरनन्दसजीव यतो निर्गुणाद् प्रमेयाद् गुणस्ति यतो भाति सर्व त्रिधा भेदभिन्नं सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा सदातं गणेशं नमामो भजामा Bolo Shri Ganesh and Bhagavan Ki Jai. Before we start, let me get one thing straight. Pitri Paksh start. If Pitri Paksh start today, something really wrong in this world. Because then Pitri Paksh is going to last 17 days. And that is possible. Let me assume Pitri Paksh really start today. Right? When did Navratri started? On the 15th. So how it go? Well, did the only Pakshas have 17 days? Come on, man. Full moon is tomorrow. Nobody ain't going to debate that. Full moon is tomorrow. You could say what you want. Full moon still going to be tomorrow. Lord Ganesh says to Raja Varenya, Devya Suraya Rakshasecha Prakritis Trividhanrinam Tasam Phalani Chinnahani Sankshepati Dhuna Brove. There are three types of people who are born in this world. And each one is born with his own nature. One is blessed with divine qualities. One is blessed with demonic qualities. And one is blessed with monstrous qualities. Their rewards are many, O king. But Sankshepate Dhuna Brove, I will explain this to you very simply. Davabhota Saraga Loka Asmina Deva Surevacha Devasme Tarasha Prokta Asuram Partha Me Shrino. Lord Krishna had said to Arjuna in the Gita, in chapter 16, that there are two types of people born in the world. The divine and the demonic. All the scriptures have spoken about the divine. I will explain to you about the demonic. That's the one everybody is avoid. Lord Ganesh says, Adya sansajane muktim dvepare vandanam nripa chenaham bravimi chadyasya taname negadata shrino. Those who have divine qualities, very early in life, they will develop this love and worship for me. And very early in life, they liberate themselves from the cycle of birth and death. They die very young. Go to all the great rishis in our time. You have Vivekananda. Vivekananda died just when he crossed 30. 29, 30, somewhere around there. Wasn't more than that. Shankaracharya, the man of Bhajagovindam, 30 or 32. They die young. But what they have established in their lifetime, that will last forever in Kali Yuga. Upe shunyam daya krodo chapam layam dritirajavam tejo bhayam bhaksing raksha kshama saucham mamanitaha. The divine never gets himself involved in mischief. He's always merciful. He's free from anger. He does not waver in his faith. Constantly bowing to the elders. Free from fear, non-violence, forgiveness, free from pride, and cleanliness. Lord Krishna had said, Tejo kshama driti shaucham drohonati yamanitaha bhavanti sampadam bijata syaya bharataha. One who is blessed, Arjuna, with the divine qualities is one who believes in purity. He makes enmity with no one. He will forgive very easily. And he's very firm in his belief. Lord Ganesh says, Etyadi chinnama sadhya asuya shanuma pratam avado bhi yamanashta darapogyanam sakopataha. These are the qualities, O king, of one who is born of the divine nature. Now, I will explain to you one who is born of the demonic nature. Such an individual will cause quarrel even when there is no need for quarrel. I could do that. You know, I could do that. I could just trip off and go. Full of ignorance, full of anger, full of arrogance. That, I don't think I have them. Ignorance? Nah. Anger? Sometime. Arrogance? Yeah, sometime. Bhagavad Gita says, Dampadarapo bimanashta krodha parushamevacha agyanamacha bijatasya partha sampada surim. To be a hypocrite? Nah. False pride? Nah. That is the mark of someone born with demonic qualities. Let me explain something to you. My guru had told me one day, it's either you could check Patra or you cannot check it. It has no middle in Patra. And he coined a phrase. Well, I give he credit for it because I never heard anybody else say it. He said, chakre na chakre, if you can't check with your finger, check with corn grain. Either you know what you're doing or you don't know what you're doing. If you depend on the calendar to guide you, you misled already. Right? And 90% of the patra that I have rechecked in my lifetime, they were all wrong. All get wrong name. And live their whole life wrong. And when you find out who gave them that name, it shocked me too. That these are the people you expect who's supposed to know. Now they have a program on the computer to check patra for you now. But that makes them dumber. Being dumb is one thing. But then using that guidance, you understand? And tell me about latitude so much by longitude so much. I could never spell latitude and longitude in my life. Up till today I can't spell it. I don't even want to know what that is. That's for people who live in the sea. Them better know where latitude and longitude is. Patra caters for all of that. The Patra caters for people who are born in India. People who carry Greenwich Mean Time. People who carry Middle Eastern Time. All the times are already calculated. And still they're checking it wrong. And they come up with the greatest excuse. We just work with a different time from India because India 12 hours ahead of we. Let me tell you something. Playing stupid is one thing. Anybody can play stupid. But playing stupid and proving you're stupid, that is a different level of madness. You know? When New Year's Day fall in India on the first Sunday, the 1st of January, what day in Trinidad going to be New Year's Day? Not Sunday, the 1st of January? So what had to do with India? Absolutely nothing to do with India. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Today there's submerging Murti in India. You know why? Today is the 29th. Today there's submerging Murti. Today people in India are now looking for kush grass to plant to offer water for tomorrow. So we still correct. We still correct. And every year since 1978, I have been arguing Nakata every last night of a Ganesh Yag from 1978 till 2023. Every year. And if I'm wrong, I'm doing Gita. So if I'm doing tomorrow night in Pitri Paksh they say to read Gita. So I'm still correct. The book tells you very simply, on the day of the full moon, 6 hours after the sun set, you offer 2 dhar, 1 to Chandrama, the moon, 1 to Ganesh, and you do Visarja. When is full moon? Not tomorrow? Check your phone, you can see. Unless you have a Guyanese phone. Ayura eva madhyani chinahani prakriti nripaha neshturatvam madobego hankaro garva evacha. These are the signs of one who is born of the demonic qualities. Craziness, greed, pride, brutality. You find the date yet? 29? A phone tell you that, right? Nice. My patra tell me that. So who write? It's how we write. Is it 29 this full moon? Asatyama pratishtamati jagadahurayanishwaram Aparayas parasanabhutam kimanayat kamahetukam. Lord Krishna was explaining to Arjun that one born of the demonic nature believes that the world exists without a foundation. The world is unreal. There is no God. Children are conceived out of lust. There is nothing else than that in the world. Desho hingsa daya krodo auradyutam danitata abhichari kakaratretvam krura karamaratestata. Enmity, violence, merciless, anger, arrogance. Those who do not bow, gang warfare, destroying other people, associating with people who only perform evil. Etadrishte mavashtabhya nashtatmanalpabodaya prabanyo pradyakaramana kshaya jagayato gita. Clinging to these false views, men of vile disposition, people perform terrible deeds, enemies of mankind, bent on world destruction. That ain't going on right now. Anybody who could pull a gun and kill 4 children had to be merciless. We don't have gang warfare here. The purpose of gang warfare is to destroy other people. That's going on here a long time now. And to associate with people who perform those evils. Avishwasatam avakyo shuchetvam karamahinata nendakatvam chavedanam bhaktanama suradvisham. Not accepting the words of elders, not listening to the teachings of saintly people, not performing daily karma, those who criticize the scriptures, those who abuse the Vedas, those who criticize the worship of the celestial beings. Kamamachreta dushparam dambamana madanavita mohad grihitva sagragan pravartante suchibrata. Cherishing desires that cannot be fulfilled. O Arjun, people will embrace false doctrines through ignorance. They don't know better. They don't know better. A couple come to see me recently and they were angry with the pundit. I say, why? They listened to the pundit in a program criticizing Dan Karikau. I said, well, why would you be angry with him for that? I would have do the same thing. You say, yeah, but he make me Dan Curry 5 already. You understand? So when he was enjoying the profit from it, to build the mansion, Dan Curry and cow was good. But when he done build the mansion now, he ain't need Dan Curry cow again. So that bad. Dan Curry and cow was always bad. It was always wrong. It was, you know why wrong? Because this is not the age for it. That is the reason. People say they read the scriptures where he said to Dan Curry cow. Yes. Yes, Ram Dan Curry cow too. Dashrath Dan Curry cow. That was Treta Yuga. Lord Krishna Dan Curry cow. That was Dwapar Yuga. In Kali Yuga we eat out the cow. It's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. And if I live in a gated community, what the hell are you going to do with a cow in a gated community? You can't mind a dog in a gated community. Them house dog you had a chihuahua and making a damn noise whole day. You can't even have one of that in there, but you go mind cow inside it? Come on. How gullible the Hindu community has become. What you think that cow going to do for you when you die? What? God and know this era boat? You jump in the boat and start the engine and we go across. Cow have nothing to do with that, my friend. That ignorance that exists in people, people of impure conduct, are the ones who move this world forward. Full of hypocrisy, pride, arrogance. Munishri yavi pranam tatasmriti puranayo pakandavakya vishwasa sangatir malyanatmanam. People who are called swamis, those listening to prayers, pundits who study the law books, pundits who have studied the Puranas, wicked, associating and believing in evil, misers, dull-minded people, they will target you. They're going to target you. Let me tell you something. I told a pundit recently, you need to talk to your son-in-law. Say, why? Say, son-in-law drinking rum and doing punditai for people. Tell him stop drinking rum and doing puja. Pundit, stop talking to me. I could live with that. I could live with that. Trust me, I could live with that. But I know if that young fella crossed my path, he will get what he's looking for. Don't play games with people in this religion. This serious, serious business. Right? You cannot live two lives in this world. You cannot live a vegetarian life and then live a meat-eating life and play in pundit. You cannot do it. I know people who go in pundit house to put date for prayer and smell meat cooking. And the Baba tell them where I go do the wife and children eat. You understand? He's my boss in Mahasabha today. My boss. Wherever he's smoking, he needs to stop. You could never be my boss, my friend. You could push me any amount of time you want to push. When I'm ready to push back, it won't have no mercy. That foolishness that you're ponging in people's head. Right? Everybody, I have no problem with everybody doing Ganesha. You know, let me tell you something. I wish every street corner had a Ganesh Murti and people worship it in this country. Every corner. But let me come to a consensus. Let me start on the same day. Let us finish on the same day. Right? And we cannot agree on that. That we can't even agree on. What part of Chout you don't understand? Chout is 4. Start on the 4th day. Finish on the full moon. What part of that you can't understand? The book you're reading telling you that 4 full moon. 4 full moon. One fellow said it's convenient for them to finish on a Sunday. So they go start a week before the Chout to finish on the Sunday. If you feel you're right, go ahead. You understand? The Bhagavad Gita, if you read the Mahatma of the Gita is very clear on that, you know. You get absolutely nothing for those kind of things. Nothing you're going to gain from it. It have no benefit in that. Chenata mapadiyame yamacha pralayayata mupachritaha kamapabhoga parama evati ditineshtataha. People giving up themselves to innumerable cares, all ending in death. They see alcohol, meat, as the highest joy in this world. Let me tell you something. 90% of the people who eat meat in this country never hold a knife in their hand and cut out a chicken neck yet. Never do that? Yeah, I can't trust you, but you're deadly. You're dangerous. That want a different animal to do that, you know. Right? Most people could eat it. Most people can't go through the agony, see what you're going through when you cut off your neck. When you go by Jamraj and you see with a grass knife in the hand, it's a grass you're going and cut it. It's your throat. Sadam bakara makara tretam spriha chaya paravastashu aneka kamana vratam sarvada nitabhashanam. Always engage, O king, in wicked action. They desire to achieve things falsely. You know how much people have land that was never their own? You know who have the biggest reputation as scheming people in your village? You know who it is? And you know who it is? Stop quiet. Engaging in evil karma, untrustworthy people. Sanatan Dharma was built on trust. When our forefathers came to India, and when they finished the bong, they had friends in all over the country. So somehow a message is going to reach. In Tanapuna have a wedding. So because the fellow in Tanapuna and my father come from the same ship, I go in by here and spend a week in Tanapuna. So I take all the wealth that I have in my house and I give it to you, Indra. You keep it until I come back. Because it was built on trust. Only to find out when I come back, Indra telling me, who is you? Right? So we go to the village. Panchayat. And the Panchayat say, listen, you say you give Indra 10 gold coin to keep. What proof you have? I have no proof. I give she all. So I lost it. Because Indra turned around and give the head Panchayat man 3 out of 8. So he voted against me. They kicked me out from the village. I lose my land. I lose my house. I lost everything and have no recourse because I have no proof. You know what people in Trinidad get wealthy doing that? Plenty. Want to hear some of them name? I'll tell you when you go down, say, I ain't stupid enough to say that here. What am to you, man? You feel I like jail or what? People have become untrustworthy. Parotkara shastra krishnotvam parakretva parahitaha etyadavaha chanaye rakshasya prakrite gunaha. Cannot bear in their mind, O Rajavarenya, to hear another person who has achieved something in life being praised. Cannot hear that. They are prepared to destroy what other people have built. There are many other demonic qualities. Pritivam swaragalokacha paribretya savantite madabhaktarahito loka rakshasi prakritim shritaha. These qualities exist not only on earth, it also exists in Swargalok. Lord Indra is one man frightened. If he had a bad heart, he dead. You know what time he dead already from a bad heart? As he see a man sit down and praying on earth, he feel a man want to walk. He going to mash him up. So it ain't only happening here, it's happening upstairs too. And those who have no devotion to me, know them to be demons. Know them to be demons. In chapter 9 of the Gita, Mogayasha Moga Karamano Moga Jnana Bichetasa Rakshasi Masurim Chaiva Prakritim Moginim Shritaha. Such people, Arjun, are people who are bewildered, vain hopes, full of faultless actions, fruitless knowledge. Such people are called demons. Tamasi ye shrita rajan yanti te ravaram dhruvam aniravacham chate dokam bonjate tasansritaha. O king, people who have been born with what is called the monstrous qualities know for certain the hellish plains belong to them. No word can be used to explain the distress and the difficulties that they would encounter. Let me give you a little story. We had a wedding here once, and a so-called big boy come to the wedding. He chose not to come in the wedding, but to sit down in my yard on the little trough, and he have everything he drink in there. Right? When he finished, the mistake he make is when he put the cup in my tulsi plant. He gone home, imagining he have a bandit in the house, and he pull out the gun and shoot himself. I went and see him. I said, never put a cup in my tulsi plant again. House burned down with him in it. Wife dead in it. Children dead in it. He survived a few years after and then he dead. Who you feel like pronounce a curse on he? No, if I pronounce a curse on he, you're bound to know. The kind of curse I will pronounce is not what they have in the book. It's a different kind. Don't desecrate things that you don't, even if you don't believe in it, don't desecrate it because you don't believe in it. Other people believe in it. Nobody forces you. Sanatana Dharma forces nobody to become part of it. Nobody. Aneka chitta vibranta mohajala samabritaha prasakta kama bhogeshu patante narakesu chai. Lord Krishna was explaining to Arjuna in chapter 16 of the Gita that such people are caught in this web of delusion, addicted, bewildered in their thoughts. They fall into the hellish regions, O Arjuna. Daivane sritya narakaja jayate bhovikabjaka jatyanda pangavo dino hino jati shute nipaha. When these people escape from Narak, they come into the world of humans, and they come with physical and mental handicap. They live their whole life in poverty, in homes where parents are not known. We sing a calypso about that. Your daddy is your daddy and your daddy don't know. That's what has happened. When that becomes rampant, when children are growing up in a home where they don't know who their parents are. I'll give you a little story, and this is a serious story. When I was young and playing cricket, it had a groundsman in Skinner Park called Kanhai. He was the groundsman. He lived right over the river in Coconut Drive. Kanhai had one son. And then his wife died. And after a few years working in the borough, he picked up a lady. Everything going good. Kanhai come and dead. Right? Kanhai's son had a mother and a father. He ended up with a stepmother. When his father died, he ended up with a stepfather. And they put him out of the house. And he went to court, and he win. The judge put out the stepfather and the stepmother from the house. When children grow up in that environment, what do they become? Whoever came up with the brilliant idea, you are a school teacher, whoever came up with this brilliant idea at junior secondary school had to have screws missing in the head. It is the worst concept that this country ever developed. That children leaving home 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning to go to school. When they finish lunchtime, where they going? And when the next one start the 2 o'clock shift and finish in 5 o'clock in the evening, where he going? And after 30 years of that, we end up at where we have now. We were not designed for that. We're not a people designed for that. Somebody told me in New York once, if a plane flying to the Twin Tower in Trinidad at 8 o'clock in the morning, how much people it going and kill? I say 4. They say, who is the 4? I said, the 4 vagrants who sleeping in front of the Twin Tower. Them go dead. Trinis don't go to work for 8 o'clock, but where you get that from? The office is open for 8 o'clock, but they don't reach on time. That ain't gonna happen to we. He says children like that become what is called Maya Bhakta Patantite. They become outcast. And when they become outcast, they look for recognition. And the first person who treats them good becomes their family. 9 out of 9 and a quarter time, that person is a baron, a drug lord, a criminal, a mule, a man trafficking. 9 out of 10 times, that is what happens. And when that problem starts, only a bullet going to stop it. Only a bullet is going to stop them. I say to you, O Rajavarinya, Uttapatantiye Madhabhakyam, regardless of the home in which a child is born, if by some influence of somebody else, that child becomes a devotee of mine with firm faith, gradually they will be uplifted from where they are. Gradually they'll be uplifted. We think Tulsidas had mother and father. Tulsidas' mother died the day he born. They call him a blight. And before he started talking, father dead. That's a hell of a life to live in a place like India. And look who he became. Why? He came across the right guru by accident. And the guru changed his life. By accident. The guru refused to talk to him. The guru refused to teach him. And he decided he's going to lie down on his step where the guru does pass every day. And the guru coming down the step to go in the river to bathe, and he mash him. And the guru say, Ram, 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 Ram. And Tulsidas said, that is my mantra, gone. That is it. That is it. That became his mantra. That became his life. That name became his mantra. That name became his life. That name became one of the greatest that was ever written in a book. That even today, in the most simple of languages, people still can't understand it. One name. Accidental name. So, even though you may be born in a situation where things are not right, you don't have to follow the flow. You could change that course. With the right person, it could change. It could change. I remember doing a yagya in Woodland many years ago. And I was explaining to the audience, you see the school? That's we school. That's a Hindu school. They wanted to put air conditioning in the school. And I raised the money to buy the air condition in a yagya in Woodland. In those days, where the biggest bill you get was $1. And the principal bold-faced enough to tell me, give he the money instead. He go put it in. I said, let me tell you something. That and God's face you will never see. And he went after my blood. I tell him, I say, bring it on. You don't know what you're doing. Bring it on. I say, any day you send me a bill from an authorized air-conditioned place that says we put 6 air condition in that school for $27,000, I will pay the bill. Never did it. Went after my throat. He lived, he's still alive. He lived to see his children die. He lived to see all dead. Sometimes when I see him, I just want to remind him. I say, look, you know what? Don't rub that in. You don't know the pain that man going through. You understand? Trying to do a good, somebody going to pull you down. It is the nature of the beast to pull you down. But don't let him pull you down. Just shift your alliance. Just shift out of your way. And you know I develop a bad reputation, right? People don't come around me at all, you know. They afraid me like the devil afraid holy water. That's a good thing. Labante swaragate mayagyay ranyay darameshta bhumicha sulabhaka sakamanam mayi bhakti sudurlavam. And one of the ways, O Rajavarenya, for this child to come out of this evil that he is in, engage in my yagya. You don't have to sit down and hear prayers. You don't have to sit down and come and do puja. You could stay downstairs and wipe a table. You could line up the chairs. Be involved in it. And gradually, every year, if you come in here in a yag every year, and every year when you come, you wiping table, you will know nothing, you know. Something wrong with you. After wiping table for 1 year, 2 years, at least try climbing the step now. But you know what? The fellow who go on says to see body parsad might pull you in for you to check bag. Everything is a stepping stone. And you graduate from that. You graduate from that. And when you keep graduating, Lord Ganesh says, Rainya dharamashta bhumichaha. They perform karma for the sake of attaining the heavenly planes. That is for those sulabaka sakamana, for those who transform themselves. Nobody cannot change you. You have to change yourself. And when you change yourself, I say to you, Mai Bhakti Sudurlava, that my method, this method of worshiping me is very simple. It is very simple. You know what the most powerful Ganesh mantra ever written? You have any idea what it is? You have any idea what it is? Make a guess, you might guess right. Not a damn word. Nothing. Blank. Put a tariya in your house. In that tariya, put a Ganesh Murti. In front of the Ganesh Murti, put a small little lota with 21 doob grass with 3 sprang. In front of that, you put a diya and light it on a Wednesday. And do that every Wednesday. Leave it just so until next week Wednesday. Clean it out and do it again. Nothing to say. You have no mantra. This is why he says it's very simple. The truth is there is no mantra to faith. And that has turned around the life of thousands of people. The same thing I just tell you. Just by doing that. But that's where the problem starts. Bhakti Sudurlabh. You must have faith in it. You must have that devotion in it. Don't do it like parrot. Do it with devotion. Vimoda moha jalena badasvena chakaramana aham kretya aham karata aham bhoktoti vavadina. Ignorant people, foolish people, get into this net that keeps them in bondage. They get caught with the glamour. Every pundit that passed through my hand, I tell all of them the same thing. Keep far from the glamour. Because if you get caught in the glamour, you're going to lose everything that you have in your head. You're going to lose it. Don't ever get caught in that glamour. Don't ever get caught in the foolishness when a judgment stand up with a mic in his hand and say, Baba, you is the best thing that happened to this country. Don't get catch with that. That is what he's supposed to say. If I give you the mic to talk about Pandit Vikram in a yagi and you say, boy, that's my guru and he really ignorant and stupid, you feel like coming on from the Singhasan to beat your brains out? So you have to say something nice about me. Don't get caught in that. In chapter 2 of the Gita, there's a beautiful verse where people get caught up in flowery words and they disregard the scriptures. They believe they're the best thing they make since hop spread. Don't get caught in that. Simply lift yourself. Do not be caught in that web of bondage. They go around and boasting of what people say about them, how good they was and how much they could read and how much they could sing. Really? That is only to frighten people. They boast of being bhoktati yavadinaha, of being the one who is the enjoyer of everything. One of the most beautiful lines written by Sant Goswami Tulsidas. Nahi ko hua sajana ma jagamahi prabhutaya payi ja hi madanahi. Never was a man born in this world, and never will a man be born in this world that power cannot corrupt. Power will corrupt anybody. It makes no difference. One day a little fella trying to impress me by telling me he born in India. I said, true, very good. Ravan and Kumkaran was also born in India. So I see the point you're making. I really see the point. We think Ravan was born in Swargalok? We think Kans was born right in India. Don't trade on them thing, boy. Them thing have nothing in it. Bhaja Govindam says that. People shave out their hair and put on yellow clothes and things. That's you need to fold their belly. Easy to get free food. But tell you something, a man tell me one day, and I always thought it was a joke. Until years after I went to do a puja for him, and he said, Pandit, remember somebody years ago I tell you that? That is not no joke. That's damn serious. He buys 1 tank of gas on New Year's Day, and it has lasted him almost a year. They said, that's not possible. He said, Pandit, I never use my stove. Every day somebody go dead. Every day how week. When you go in week, people say, look, carry food too. I am making joke with that, I carrying. He swallowed big so until he dead. Understand? Since when we developed that, eating in a dead house? Since when we developed that? Since when we developed, when you go to the creek, you have to have sandwich in your trunk and other mixtures. Where we developed that from? Something frightening, you know. It's scary. Lord Krishna said, Asau maya hata shatru hanishye cha paranapi Ishwaro mahamabhogi siddhoham valashan sukhi. Today, I have destroyed the enemy. Today, I shall kill you too. I am the Lord of all that I survey. I enjoy all power. God has blessed me. I am mighty. I am happy. I am powerful. Let me tell you something. The only pundit in Trinidad who was brave enough to put a prime minister out of a year was Vikram. Brave enough to do it. Don't come around me. Listen, me ain't no perfect soul. Don't get me wrong. But I have a certain amount of stupidness I will tolerate. Beyond that, I ain't going. I doing a funeral in Ramai Trace. And asked a pundit to say a few words. Well, that was the biggest mistake I make. He opened up his speech with, he don't know how I end up there doing the funeral. Because if the real pundit of this family was here, I would not be there. How me a wrap that cord around his neck and ring it. You understand? Today I live to see his son beating me up and he can't say a word. I live in to see it. How stupid you could be. You understand? How stupid could you be? There was a prominent singer in that road. Kailash. I reading in a wake in Ramai Trace. And they're announcing Kailash funeral is tomorrow. Okay. As I reach him, I get a phone call. Kailash uncle called me. Sudesh sir. Say, Pandit, how are you going? I say, good. Who is you? Sudesh sir. Will you call me for this already night? Boy, we are announcing my nephew funeral is tomorrow. We are no Pandit. I want a favor. I said, what the favor you want? Say, come and do the funeral for me. I said, for you? Sure. I went and do it. They didn't even invite me for the bandara. You understand? And I had to stand up in that rain and listen to a foolish politician saying, Kailash died while he was singing the Hanuman Chalisa. He was drunk. He choked on the meat and he dropped down and dead with a heart attack. He wasn't singing no Hanuman Chalisa, and I put a stop to that right there. And I say, hey, let me cut the level of stupidness we're going on here now. I can't take no more. So, people ain't want me to do the funeral when they're dead now. You know how glad I am? You know the penance to go through to do a funeral? People just think funeral easy. You can't eat before you go. You can't drink anything from the time you reach the dead house. You cannot do anything until you reach home and bathe and change your janeo with a man who have a kidney stone. From the time your body get dry on the inside, pain like hell. And these fellas eating like normal, drinking like normal. They competing. Well, we can't cook in the dead house, so you go cook and bring it come. Like if that go make it clean when it reach there. You understand what I'm saying? We take this religion and we turn it upside down. Put it when it's full moon. I ain't hearing you. The 30th? Nah, 29. Well, you right too. Bakery Park shouldn't start yet. Make them kind of joke, man. Ahameva vaya shasta. Ahamaveta aham sukhi. Eta drashi moniraninam madapata yayati hatam. Some people really go around this world saying there is no God. A guy in America sued the American government because he's an atheist, doesn't believe in God. And on the dollar bill mark, in God we trust. He said that infringes on his belief. And he win. You tell me them right in the head? There are no teachings, Shastra, there are no teaching. Nobody in this world they know nothing. Everybody born, survival of the fittest. Having such type of ignorance in them, it leads them to the hellish plains, O Rajavarenya. In chapter 16 of the Gita, Lord Krishna said, Ahankaram balamadarapam kamamakrodam nasanshritaha mamatma parayadeheshu pradeshanto bhayasu yaka. People are given over to this ego, this force, this arrogance, this anger. They despise me, the one who resides within their body, as they despise humans like themselves. Tasamadi tatsamotreja devi prakratimashraya bhakta kurumadina matvam nishamdredaya chetasa. Lord Ganesh says to Rajavarenya, disregard the demonic qualities, disregard the monstrous qualities, engage yourself in divine acts. Depend upon good karma. With firm belief, you will develop that love for me. It will take time, but it is going to come. Sapi bhakti sridharajan satviki rajasitara yada devan bhajata bhaktya satviki tamasa shuddha. O king, the devotion of sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, these three types of qualities, perform my devotion, chant my hymns, chant my praises. This is called sattvic. That is what sattvic people do. They sing praises to God. They chant hymns to God. Do not misinterpret that to mean yag. That is not yag. Bhajan has a place. Kirtan has a place. Right? But kirtan and bhajan is not yag. Yag is reading of the scriptures. In chapter 17 of the Gita, Lord Krishna had said, Yajante satviki devan yaksharakshasi rajasa pretan ganashta chanye yajante tamasa janaha. People who have sattvic in them will worship God. People who have rajasic in them will worship the devatas. And those who are tamasic will worship Jambi. Somebody come to me to check a patra and say the neighbor throws something in the yard and they cross it and their foot swell up. I say, I need to know who your neighbor is. I need you to teach me that mantra so I could pass by all my enemies and sprinkle some in the gap. You expect me to really buy that story, boy? You expect me to really believe Durga could come on you and you could jump up and want to break down my building? Break it down now. Because when Durga leave you, make sure you have good insurance money to fix it back. I don't buy into them thing, boy. People say they get Shakti and you have to beat them. Hey, nobody ain't like me. Give me the belt, let me do the beating. Only one fella I want to rest it on. And he ain't getting no more Shakti after that. You understand? If you read our scriptures, Lord Shiva himself has said, that is mumbo jumbo. In English we call it BS. And BS could be Bade Sagan or it could be Bull. The two is the same. The two is the same thing. Rajasi matu vigeyo bhakti rajanamamrita prada adhyakshakshaiva rakshasi yajante sarvabhavataha. The rajasic devotion causes birth and death. People dabble with things they know nothing about. One fellow tell me he have a Indrajal. I say, I had 3. What's your point? He said, yeah, if I know how to use it. I say, anytime you go in there and you kill an elephant and you could bring the skin for me, then I go use it. That is the first thing you have to do in Indrajal. Get an elephant skin. Where you getting that? You brave enough to go kill an elephant in India and skin him and bring the skin come? Papa, go buy the ticket for you. And we believe that. Om, fling, bling, blarang, blurung, swa. I buy. Boy, look. Grow up now. That is worshipping demons. That is what that is. That is foolishness. People like that because it appeals to them. You understand? It gives you a false sense of security. Vedana vihitam akruram sahamakaram sadambakam bhajanta preta bhutani karama kurvana kamakam. People perform rituals without mantras. You ever see ritual without mantras? Go in a shave and you go see. Put this there, boy. Put this there, boy. Put this there, boy. And get in hour 10. Put this there, boy. I pain and boy, look. You grow up the boy. Grow up. Right? Grow up. If you know how important a 10-day ceremony is, it's more important than the bandara you're doing. You could do without the bandara, you could skip out that. But that 10-day one you can't skip out. That have the serious mantras in it. And you telling me now we reach the stage because you have to fly back. When you're flying out? When you're flying back? Monday. So you come to Trinidad because your uncle dead. And you do the funeral Friday. So because you had to fly back Monday, we go do the shaving Saturday. Sunday we go do the bandara and Monday you go fly out. And you expect me to do that for you? Come on, man. And that's where we reach. We reach there now. We have reached that stage because it's convenient. Everything is convenient. Babs, the best day to dead is a Sunday. So here what? Sunday let me go on the creek. Let me cremate you. So when you're dead, we don't have to worry again. We don't cremate you. It's convenient to do it on a Sunday. That is where Sanatan Dharma reach in this country. It's convenient to do strippiness. And strippiness have thousands of followers. I listened to a lady on TV the other day explaining to me the greatness of Ganesh Chout and the Ganesh Murti. And the lady aim have it correct. She aim have it correct. Right? The next idiot and the Ganesh Ustav. He's a German. Something wrong in this yoga. See why when I did I'll have the biggest funeral? That is why. Biggest funeral. And I don't tell the funeral home when I'm dead. Don't pack no wood on the creek. They say, well, how you go cremate without wood? I say, everybody come to my funeral bringing a piece of wood to make sure I burn out. So you had a pack none. They go bring their own wood to burn me. You perform rituals without mantra. Sanakaram Sadamadabam. Slaughtering animals in the name of Sanatan Dharma. You know how much cock puja and goat puja it have in this country? You will be surprised. One big pundit tell me one day, he does do it, but he does do it Sara. I say, it have no Sara cock puja, boy. It have no Sara goat puja. What stupidness you telling me about? He does do it Sara. What I mean? You ever read the Durga Saptashati? You ever read the 13th chapter of the Durga Saptashati? When it says it asks for blood, what blood it asks for?
What blood?
Blood. What blood it asks for? Your own blood.
Yes.
Cut your hand open and let bathe the murti and let the blood dry on the murti. You have the belly to do that? You pull out 2 teeth in my mouth and nearly faint away when you see the blood. But you want to cut your own hand and lay your blood and lay your blood drip on a murti. How foolish could we be? When slaughtering animals become part of our dharma, ignorance, worshipping evil, demons, and performing unnecessary karma. Those karmas not important, but yet people are caught up in it. Lord Krishna had said to Arjun, Ye Shastra Viti Mudasreja Vartate Kama Kamarat Nasa Siddham Avapnoti Na Sukam Na Param Gatim. Oh Arjuna, I say to you, when people disregard the injunctions of the scriptures, that is when the problems start. When you discard the injunction of the scriptures, it means you are doing things to suit your whim and fancy. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that for nobody. I'm not even making that as a joke for myself. I so afraid God that even in Pitri Paksh, I just do my Devata Puja every day. I so afraid him. I say, suppose this man catch me off guard, boy. Let me take that kind of chance. I do it every day. Monday, I will do my Durga. Tuesday, I do my Hanuman. Wednesday, I do my Ram. Thursday, I do my Ganesh. And I'm repeating it. Pitri Paksh, I'm just making sure. In case he call me now. Now is not a good time to dead. People who believe that if you die in Pitri Paksh, heaven open and you'll go heaven. Don't buy that story, boy. That's not going to happen. That never happened yet. Now is not a good time to dead. And you act according to your own whim and fancy. You neither attain the siddhis, nor the supreme goal, nor even happiness. So when you're doing it out of time, at the wrong place, the scriptures say you get nothing for that. You get nothing for that. Babs, if you're doing Ganesh Jog 40 years now, and 40 years you're doing it wrong, you expect to get knowledge from that, and you chop it just like when you started 40 years ago. You want to feel something wrong, man? You want me come and tell you you chop it? I have no problem, I could tell you. Do it right. Let me tell you something. A guru tell me one day, 2 things in your life important. Patra and Gita. It's okay. How are we going to work this out? Say, Patra, I could teach you. The Gita, you teach yourself. And learn the whole thing. I say, you are serious, right? I'm serious. Learn the whole thing. I say, by heart or just learn to read it? He said, by heart. Look, took me 40 years to do it. But I do it. If you have a book, a Gita you could open and read, I'll read it with you, together with you without the book. It took 40 years to do it because I believe what he tell me. Right? And because I believe what he tell me, it work. So why will I mislead you now? For somebody who guided me right. You never see my handwriting yet. I'm going to show you somebody think I write down. You get weak when you see it. Type. Do not disregard the scriptures. When you act according to your own free will, you will get nothing. Not even God you will get. Not even happiness you could get. Sheshayanto nijamadeha mantastamam dridagraha tamasaye drashi bhatir niramsa niraya prada. Most people like to think about their body. You know, when you used to come Gita class, you know, you had a saga boy thing you used to do with the scrubbing board. You remember that? I'm going to remind you when I come down. Most people are attracted to their body. You spend your whole life. You see a 95-year-old man with all the hair on his head. You don't feel something wrong? You see a 90-year-old man with all the hair jet black. You don't feel something wrong? Some people tell me dye my hair. I say until the day reach when I could find the color that I want, I will dye it in that color. Most people think I'm crazy. When they see the color that I put, they go, no, for sure, you're really crazy. They make that color yet. Dye what? You understand? I can't do that. Now I see me I need to get a heater to iron out some of the wrinkles. A little drama. That's the price you pay for getting old. Forget the body. The body means nothing. Most people believe in that. Let me tell you something. I had a statement I made many years ago. America is the only place where you could born black and dead white. Now I know that's not true. India is a place where you could born black and dead white. All them Indian actresses and them born black. And all of them get white all of a sudden. They may know the danger in that chemical they're putting in them. You understand? I love my nose, boy. I go and let a doctor break up my nose and fix it till it fall off one day like Pinocchio. I had to be a madman to do that. One day I gone by my dentist to pull out a teeth. A half of a teeth break and hook up in my mouth. And he bold-faced enough to tell me, my life in his hands. I say, see that light above my head? Switch it off for 1 minute. I take off the dark shades. I say, listen, you're going and pull out my teeth. You're pulling out my hands. You understand? So if I reach and if by mistake I grab your throat, I be a killer, you're going to be dead. Don't make them joke. You're not children growing that. You feel because you have a pliers in your hand. Nah. Forget the body. These things mean absolutely nothing. None of our forefathers were ever really concerned about their body. None of them. Not one of them were ever concerned about it. And for some strange reason, advertisement caused a lot of problem. People started to advertise all kind of stupidness. And people started to buy it and using it, not understanding the consequences of what they're doing. And they're killing themselves. They're killing themselves. I always tell people, die in November, December, January, and February. And you're good to go. They say, why? I say, die the 4 months I don't work. So if you're dead then, I had 10 night Ramayana, Bandara, I good to go. You understand? Don't kill yourself. Because that what you are doing to yourself, that is not puja. What you are doing to yourself is tamasic. Something instigating you to damage yourself. I have seen children in colleges, girls, cut up their hand with razor blade, you know. Serious cut, you know. My doctor see trouble. I get what they call how they call the thing? Vertigo. Where you get off balance. And I feel the whole house turn over. I had just eaten 64 blocks of chocolate and 2 gallons of ice cream. One meal. And I feel the whole house spin. I get frightened. So my daughter say, let me go. Doctor for it. I sit down in the doctor's office. The doctor said, listen, I'm going to stick you with a little needle. Just to see what madness is going on there. I said, Doc, don't do that. He said, boy, he stick himself. And his sugar reading 124. Okay, good. I said, Doc, let me tell you something. My sugar will be better than yours. And he tell me, if you eat 64 blocks of chocolate and eat 2 gallons of ice cream, that is not possible. When he check it, he get 122. I could burn up energy fast. Seriously. I cannot do without sugar. Cannot do without it. People say give up this and give up. For what? Sugar bring me in this country. What do you think bring me here? What do you think bring me here? Sugar is what bring me here. But if you don't know how to burn it up, it's going to kill you. And I am smart enough to know that when I cannot burn it up, give it up. I give up the ice cream already, man. As when you watch it and smell it, they're smelling like strawberry, boy. Cover it and put it down. Don't eat it. With time, you have to give it up. But the point is, do not do things that is going to harm your body under the pretense of being bhakta. That is not bhakti. That is not bhakti. Kamalobastada krodo damba chadvara ityami mahadvara nivinicham tasamatasya tavarjayet. There are certain qualities in life you must never develop, O Rajavarinya. And if you have them, get rid of them. Desire, give it up. Greed, give it up. Anger, give it up. One other fellow told me if he carries 6 boxes of food home, he don't have to cook for the week. I say carry 12 and don't cook for the fortnight. Carry 12. Because I know I won't see he next year if I do in a yard. He could be dead. You know what China smell like after 2 days? And you want to keep that for 14 days, boy? Go brave, man. Give up that greed. Give up that anger that you have. Give up the fraud that you are doing to people. Because this desire, greed, anger, and fraud are the 4 gateways to hell. Rajavarinya, discard them. Take my advice. If you have them, give them up. Don't give up one, give up all 4. You will destroy yourself. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna was explaining to Arjuna in chapter 16. Trivida naraka sedam dvaranashanamatmana kama krodas tata lobas tasamade tatrayam tyajet. Desire, anger, and greed are the 3 gateways to hell. The Bhagavad Gita maybe was written in a different year. That's why it had 3 gates to hell. But after that, place had to get overpopulated, so they built an extra gate. The Gita says 3 gateways to hell. Desire, anger, and greed. This is what brings down the soul of the individual. One should discard all 3, O Arjuna. Give up all. Sit down by yourself. Sit down and pray. It has no mantra when you're praying. Talk to God. Talk to Him. Talk to Him. He's supposed to understand your language. Right? And he go, listen, you have real big ears. What you say that Raman has now? If he can't hear, you real deaf. He has some serious ears to deal with. People need to talk to God. People need to transform themselves. Every day, sickness is taking over. Every single day. People are dying from medical complications that they never believed they were going to have in their lifetime. Hey, and you still have to figure it out? You understand? Sickness and disease wiping out the world. Food wiping out the world. Because all you're eating now is poisonous food. Nobody can plant a bhaji in the yard. They know what to do. Plant something. See if you could get it to grow without chemical. It have too much of natural chemical. When we were growing up, you know what we used for chemical? Cow urine and gobar. That was the chemical. You see when we cook in the chulha, and you see insect eating the baigan, the leaf, take the coals from the chulha, sprinkle it on the baigan tree. No more insect. Natural, all natural. And we still can't do it. So the human being causes his own upliftment, according to chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita. And the human being causes his own downfall. Most of us have a guru. If your guru not smart, change him. Change him. Why you stick with him the rest of your life? You don't know you could change your guru? Oh. Change him. Because this is not about the guru. This is about your life. And if you cannot be a good individual, you expect your daughter to be good? Will you feel some darshan go fall from a tree and hit you on your head? That ain't gonna happen. Try to get it right. People believe that I anti-pundit, and anti-pundit, are you mad? I have not met a pundit who come to my yag and never sit with me on a singhasan. I put all of them next to me. Half of the fellas who are big scholars today, pundit, they all sit down with me on singhasan. Singhasan Tara shakes you like Shakti. The way they're frightened. Today they criticize me. Because I feel I know. So there's a big difference when you feel you know and you damn well know you know. I damn well know I know. And I don't know Abhiman. Because it took 40 years of hard work to reach there. 40 years of hard work. And I share my information. I told you I found the missing verses in the Gita, right? Didn't I give you a copy of it? Handwritten copy. A whole Bhagavad Gita, if you see it, 200 and something pages of slokas. Let's carry it and drop it for him. I say, when you get time, read it. You may never read it yet. Take it. You'll carry it with you when you're dead? You cannot carry it with you. If you share this knowledge, it might inspire you to want to better that. And if I inspire you to do better than me, I win. Then I win. But if I cannot inspire you to be better, then I lose. Devotees, we will stop there for tonight. One more thing. This is the last yag we are doing here. Because this is my father's 100th birthday. So this is the last one. And a few of the guys talking about we doing this Ganesh yag again. Yes, we will do it again. But not here. All you sit together. All you come up with a venue. Come up with a plan. And I will polish it off. Work together, we do it. Let me see if I could reach 100 doing this. If I live to be 100 doing Ganesh yag, you wouldn't like to hear me saying, Gam Jai, Ganapati Deva. I'll be singing it in a different tune. But you know what? This has brought a lot of people together over the last 26, 27 years. We have been doing this. Brought a lot of people together. All still close together. They involve in it in different aspects. They're not involved in cleaning murti. They don't do that. They will polish it for you. At a price. The price is 2 pizza and a 2 liter. Cheap. Understand? The same people who sit in the yag today are the same people who have been sitting in the yag for the past 20 odd years. 1 or 2 changes here and there. So if these same people could get together and come up with a venue, we could get it going again. We start back from the beginning. So far we go reach. Bolo Shri Ganesh and Bhagavan ki jai. You don't have a problem if I ask my niece to sing a bhajan before we do the arati. Right. Where's she gone? Radhika. She's really my niece, eh? No fool, no mama guy. Her mother and I are first cousins. Serious. Trying to convince this guy that he's my nephew and he believe it. And that is his mother. So what to tell him again? So she will sing a bhajan and then we do the arti.
जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं आप है दुख हरन सुख करन दीनानाथ आप है दुख हरन सुख करन दीनानाथ मुंडमती मंद धामा दास कहाता हूँ मैं मुंडमती मंद धामा दास कहाता हूँ मैं जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं जो भी शुभ काज करे पहले तुम ही याद करे जो भी शुभ काज करे पहले तुम ही याद करे इसी से नाथ प्रथमा तुमको मनाता हूँ मैं इसी से नाथ प्रथमा तुमको मनाता हूँ मैं जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं पीरा संतों के हर काज करो भक्तों की पीरा संतों के हर काज करो भक्तों के विघ्न हरोली जो तुम ही याद दिलाता हूँ मैं विघ्न हरोली जो तुम ही याद दिलाता हूँ मैं जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं जोड़ा ढो हाथ तेरा द्वार करा बाल मुकुंदा जोड़ा दो हाथ तेरा द्वार करा बाल मुकुंदा नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं जय हो गणराजा तुम ही शीश निवाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं नाम से आपने के ही ध्यान लगाता हूँ मैं
There you go. Bolo Shri Ganesh and Bhagavan ki jai. All will stand as we join together in singing the Aarti. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Om Jai Ganapati Deva. Prabhu Jai Ganapati Deva. Vigana Vinashana Swami. Vigana Vinashana Swami. Sukha Sampati Deva. Om Jai Parvati Putra Kahavo Shankar Sutta Swami Prabhu Shankar Gajananda Gananayak Gajananda Gananayak Bhaktanayanugami Om Jai Redhi Sedhi Ke Malik Moshak Yasvari Prabhu Moshak Kar jore vinati kare Kar jore vinati kare Ananda Yusavari Om Jai प्रथम आपको पूजत शुभ मंगल दाता प्रभु शुभ मंगल दाता सिद्धि हो ये सब कारज सिद्धि हो ये सब कारज दरिद्र हत जाता ओम जय Sondala, dondala, mastak par chanda. Prabhu mastak par chanda. Karaj sid karavo. Karaj sid karavo. Kato sab phanda. Om Jai गणपति जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे प्रभु जो कोई नर गावे दादु का भावती दारु का भावती निश दिन सुख पावे ओम जय गणपति गणपति देवा प्रभु जय गणपति देवा विघ्न विनाशन स्वामी विघ्न विनाशन स्वामी सुख संपत्ति देवा ओम जय गणपति देवा ओम जय गणपति देवा त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय सियापति रामचंद्र की जय जगत जननी श्री दुर्गा माता की बोलो सनातन धर्म की जय Devotees, you may kindly take your seats.